Your health is like having 1,000 tiny victories when everything works right. But lose your health, and suddenly you're fighting just one massive battle. Now, let me share something that might sound crazy. What if your regular morning coffee could actually stop the silent muscle theft happening in your body right now? Here's something that will shake you. Once you cross 50, your body starts losing between 1% to 2% of muscle tissue annually. Do the math, and by the time you hit 70, nearly 40% of your muscle could be gone. Think about what that means. Morning routines that used to be automatic now feel like climbing a mountain. A simple staircase leaves you gasping for air. Standing up quickly makes your legs wobble like jelly. The brutal truth is this gets progressively worse. Tasks that challenge you today become absolutely impossible tomorrow. This progression goes from difficulty walking to dangerous tumbles. Once falling becomes part of your routine, life transforms rapidly. Independence vanishes. Suddenly you need assistance with basic dignity, dressing yourself, bathing, bathroom visits, and before you know it, a nursing facility becomes your reality. But I'm about to reveal 5 powerful additions to your morning coffee that will rebuild muscle strength, stabilize your balance, and keep you independent in your own space for many more years. The 5th item will absolutely blow your mind. Most folks overlook it completely, yet adding just 1 small spoonful to your coffee can reverse muscle deterioration faster than anything else I'll mention. Stay with me because number 5 is genuinely life-changing. By the time we finish, you'll know precisely how to add 10 to 15 pounds of solid muscle back and feel as stable and strong as you did 2 decades ago. I make this guarantee because I've personally guided thousands of older adults through muscle loss and weakness. More than 85% reported remarkable strength improvements after implementing these 5 coffee additions. Quick question before we dive in. What's your location and age? What muscle challenges are you facing? Drop your answers below, and I'll personally respond to every single comment. Addition number 1. Almond milk. Your first morning coffee upgrade is almond milk, and the reasoning is critical. Aging muscles demand higher amounts of magnesium and calcium than ever. Here's what's occurring inside you right this moment. Calcium powers your biceps during contraction, the lifting motion when your arms rise. Meanwhile, magnesium enables relaxation, allowing your arms to lower back down. Every time you walk, tackle stairs, or rise from sitting, your muscles perform extensive work, depleting both calcium and magnesium reserves. For anyone past 60, getting adequate daily amounts of these minerals becomes absolutely essential. You're probably thinking about how to secure these nutrients first thing in the morning with your coffee without spending a fortune on supplements that might damage your liver and kidneys. Enter almond milk. A single cup of unsweetened almond milk delivers approximately 450 milligrams of calcium, nearly half your total daily requirement. Plus you receive 15 milligrams of magnesium for proper muscle relaxation. Almond milk works perfectly for older adults with digestive sensitivity, lactose problems, or anyone who can't tolerate regular dairy anymore. Your digestive system will appreciate the change, but the benefits extend further. Almond milk supports muscular health through 3 additional pathways. It contains abundant vitamin E that shields muscle cells from deterioration. It provides beneficial fats that enhance nutrient absorption throughout your body. And it naturally contains minimal sugar, preventing blood pressure spikes. Scientific research validates that calcium plays an indispensable role in muscle function, supporting healthy contraction and relaxation cycles. Recent investigations demonstrate that magnesium levels profoundly impact muscle performance in aging populations because of magnesium's central involvement in contraction and relaxation mechanisms. Studies show magnesium consumption correlates significantly with sarcopenia prevention, and supplementation enhances performance in older individuals. Addition number 2. Cinnamon powder. Your strongest defense against aging is muscle tissue. Muscle represents genuine medicine. The more muscle mass you carry, whether at 50, 60, 70, or 80, regardless of age, the more calories your body burns while simply sitting still, and the greater your odds of enjoying a long, vibrant life. This is documented fact supported by extensive research. Nothing rivals having robust muscles, particularly as years advance. Muscles serve as your glucose disposal system, making glucose management one of your body's most vital functions. Your life and independence literally depend on it. When muscles fail to process glucose correctly, type 2 diabetes develops, the variety that might require amputation because wounds refuse healing. This makes blood sugar regulation supremely important. The optimal approach involves building muscles large enough to handle glucose properly. This is where cinnamon powder in your morning coffee becomes essential. Cinnamon powder ranks as the most extensively researched spice for regulating blood sugar and glucose levels. Recent investigations reveal it enhances insulin sensitivity and moderates glucose elevation. The science works like this. Cinnamon contains a compound called cinnamaldehyde. Picture these as microscopic assistants that make muscle cells more receptive to accepting glucose. Cinnamon essentially widens the doorways to your muscle cells, allowing glucose easier entry instead of circulating in your bloodstream, causing harm. The advantages continue beyond that. Cinnamon supports muscle development in aging adults by decelerating stomach emptying, enabling muscles to absorb glucose steadily while avoiding blood sugar surges. It enhances blood circulation to muscles and diminishes muscular inflammation. Additionally, cinnamon improves your body's protein utilization by optimizing digestive breakdown. Begin with half a teaspoon each morning in your coffee for rapid results. Addition number 3. Ginger's strong muscles matter tremendously because weakness and frailty can literally prove fatal in older age. The statistics are frightening. After turning 65, falling and fracturing your hip or leg bone carries a 15% to 30% mortality risk within the following year. That's staggering. Even survivors of falls often never regain their previous strength level. They remain permanently weakened. Muscle loss becomes your primary adversary after hitting your 70s. Maintaining muscle strength requires consuming roughly 30 grams of protein at breakfast and 30 to 50 grams at dinner. But here's the hidden problem. Protein quantity doesn't matter if your body can't break it down effectively. Most seniors consume protein, yet their muscles never receive it because digestion moves too slowly. This is why ginger in your morning coffee becomes necessary. Add 1 teaspoon of ginger powder to your coffee before eating breakfast. Ginger contains gingerol, which accelerates stomach function. Food progresses through your system faster instead of stagnating. Research demonstrates ginger can double digestive speed. It stimulates your body's production of appropriate food-breaking enzymes and prevents bloating sensations. When you consume protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your body actually processes it efficiently and delivers it to your muscles where it belongs. This builds muscle throughout the entire day. Ginger provides 3 additional critical benefits for seniors that often go unrecognized. First, it combats joint inflammation. That morning stiffness in your knees and hands? Ginger helps calm that inflammation so movement becomes easier all day long. Second, ginger addresses nausea and digestive discomfort. Aging stomachs grow increasingly sensitive to foods and medications. Ginger naturally settles your stomach for better post-meal comfort. Third, ginger boosts circulation. It promotes better blood flow to extremities. This explains why your fingers and toes might feel warmer after starting ginger in your coffee. So you're simultaneously helping muscles absorb protein better, reducing joint discomfort, settling digestion, and improving circulation. That's tremendous value from just 1 teaspoon of ginger powder in morning coffee. Let me share Margaret Thompson's story, a 72-year-old former educator who consulted me 2 years back. Margaret had battled digestive issues for months. She'd eat breakfast, typically scrambled eggs with toast, then feel bloated and miserable for hours. Stomach pain, gas, and by lunch, she still had no appetite. The devastating part was Margaret losing weight, but not healthy weight. She lost muscle because her body wasn't processing the protein she consumed. She dropped from 135 pounds to 118 pounds in just 6 months. Her daughter was extremely worried as Margaret grew progressively weaker. Margaret explained that she ate eggs every morning as recommended, but felt awful afterward, thinking maybe she should just skip breakfast entirely. That's when I introduced her to adding ginger in morning coffee. Just 1 teaspoon of ginger powder stirred into coffee before breakfast. Within 2 weeks, Margaret phoned me saying she couldn't believe it. She had eggs and toast that morning, and for the first time in months, her stomach felt completely fine. No bloating, no pain, Nothing. 3 months later, Margaret had regained 12 pounds of healthy weight. Her strength returned. She was walking her dog again and even started volunteering at the library. All because her body could finally utilize the protein she was eating. Addition number 4. MCT oil. Your muscle mass as you age, independent of body fat levels, determines your health status as you grow older. I'm specifically talking about hitting your 60s and 70s. It's no longer about walking down 200 steps. As aging progresses, the crucial factor becomes maintaining basic resistance training. I'm not suggesting heavy weightlifting. I mean activities like wall sits or chair rises. Your muscle quantity genuinely determines your health trajectory. The scientific evidence is remarkable. It's profoundly connected to health outcomes regardless of weight. Muscle mass represents the most critical factor for healthy aging once you reach 60, 70, and beyond. Therefore, you need MCT oil for providing muscles with quick energy during exercise and assisting recovery after simple resistance training sessions. Let me clarify how MCT oil accomplishes this, what it actually is, what research indicates, and proper dosing. MCT oil comes from special fats extracted from coconut or palm oil. MCT means medium-chain triglycerides. Their distinguishing feature is bypassing most normal digestion. Instead, they travel directly to your liver where they convert into ketones. These ketones become immediate fuel for both brain and muscles. MCT oil delivers fast energy because these fats process rapidly in your liver. This quick conversion creates fuel muscles can use instantly during exercise and throughout recovery. Unlike regular fats that get stored, MCTs get utilized for energy almost immediately. Supporting research is quite impressive. One investigation with older adults discovered that consuming just 6 grams of MCTs daily for 6 weeks increased muscle mass, muscle function, and even cognitive function in elderly individuals experiencing frailty. Another study showed optimal muscle strength results occurred after just 3 months of consistent MCT oil consumption. No other supplements were needed for these benefits. For dosing, start small. MCT oil is calorie-dense and fatty, so begin with just 1 teaspoon and gradually increase to 1 or 2 tablespoons. Researchers indicate the safe maximum is approximately 4 to 7 tablespoons daily. But for exercise purposes, don't exceed 30 grams because higher amounts might cause stomach upset during or immediately after workouts. The surprising part continues. MCT oil provides several additional benefits helping seniors maintain health and muscle. They reduce exercise-induced inflammation, meaning better recovery between workouts. Regular MCT consumption also trains your body to efficiently switch between different fuel sources, supporting muscle preservation. And MCTs promote satiety so you eat better and obtain the nutrition your muscles require. Before revealing the 5th coffee edition, I need to ask something. What's your take so far? Are you recognizing what you should add to morning coffee daily for superior muscle growth? Drop a comment and share your thoughts. I'm genuinely interested in your perspective. If this information is helping you understand muscle growth possibilities even past 60, please hit that subscribe button. I invest hours researching and producing these videos to assist seniors like you, and your subscription signals you value this content. It takes just 1 second, but means everything to me and helps reach more people desperately needing this knowledge. Again, I've assembled 95 simple, fast, and effective muscle building and muscle loss recovery recipes. Check the pinned comment for the link. Let's continue. Addition number 5. Cayenne pepper thigh muscle mass shows an inverse correlation with lifespan. How incredible is that? Stronger thighs and bigger quadriceps equal longer life. 3 reasons this matters critically. First, when leg strength diminishes, balance and mobility disappear. You simply stop going out and socializing as much, right? There goes your social life. You don't receive quality vitamin D from sunshine. Your mood deteriorates constantly and depression sets in. Second, bone density declines. Your bones supply minerals for brain tissue, and your thighs contain the body's largest bone. And third, falling ranks as the 3rd leading cause of death in older adults. Maintaining leg muscles means fewer falls. Leg muscles preserve balance. This is why cayenne pepper in morning coffee is essential for increasing blood flow to thigh and leg muscles early each morning. The science behind this involves capsaicin, the compound making peppers hot. Capsaicin helps arteries function properly and relaxes blood vessel muscles, so blood flows easily. Research confirms that consuming cayenne pepper boosts circulation, strengthens blood vessels, and reduces arterial plaque accumulation. Adding cayenne to morning coffee activates TRPV1 receptors. These receptors help dilate blood vessels and increase muscle blood flow, including those vital thigh muscles. Capsaicin also reduces platelet adhesiveness, meaning smoother blood flow. For dosing, exercise caution here. Most people safely tolerate 2 to 8 milligrams of capsaicin daily. That's roughly a small pinch of cayenne pepper in coffee, maybe 1/8 teaspoon initially. A typical meal sprinkle of cayenne pepper contains about 0.1 milligrams. You don't need much. Start small and gradually increase because it's quite hot. Cayenne pepper provides more than improved blood flow. Capsaicin in cayenne pepper may reduce elevated blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels. It might assist with pain relief, important for seniors managing joint problems. Some research even suggests potential metabolism and weight management benefits. This makes cayenne pepper the 5th addition to morning coffee for senior wellness. Enhanced blood flow to leg muscles first thing each morning prepares them for daily activities and supports the muscle strength that literally extends your lifespan. Let me tell you about Margaret. She was 68 years old, working part-time at a local library, and consulted me 3 years ago. She was someone who absolutely loved staying active, used to garden for hours, took extended walks with book club friends, even practiced light yoga at the community center. But when she entered my office that initial day, she looked completely drained. She could barely manage the stairs to the 2nd floor at work anymore. Her legs felt like concrete, and she was constantly exhausted. Margaret had struggled for months. Her physician had conducted all standard tests. Blood work looked fine. Heart was good, but she couldn't shake this persistent fatigue and muscle weakness. The worst aspect was avoiding her friends. She used to meet them for evening walks, but now felt embarrassed because she had to stop and rest every few blocks. So she made excuses and stayed home. You could see it was devastating her. Then circumstances worsened. About 2 months after initially meeting her, Margaret called from the hospital. She'd fallen in her own kitchen while preparing dinner. Nothing broke, thankfully, but she was deeply shaken. She just felt so dizzy standing up from the table, and her legs completely gave out. That's when I recommended trying cayenne pepper in her daily routine. I told her to start small, just 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in morning tea. Within 2 weeks, Margaret called with excitement in her voice for the first time in months. She made it through an entire library day without feeling completely drained and actually felt like cooking dinner. By month's end, she'd returned to evening walks, not as lengthy as before, but she was out there with friends again. 6 months later, Margaret was transformed. She'd progressed to half a teaspoon of cayenne daily, and the change was remarkable. She was back in her garden. Last weekend, she planted 2 complete flower beds. Her legs felt strong again, and that dizzy sensation when standing disappeared. All from a minor change. Look, I know some people will watch this and immediately return to old habits. They'll continue with coffee loaded with sugar and regular milk. All that caffeine, because making changes seems too difficult. But you're not one of those people, are you? You're the type who takes this information and actually implements it. You're going to stick with these muscle-supporting coffee additions and maintain consistency. I want you to return and share how your muscle loss is reversing and how much stronger you're becoming. Because in my next video, I'll reveal the one thing you should immediately start adding to drinking water if you want to stop wasting your muscles. If this video has opened your eyes to enjoying coffee benefits, and you now have a clear action plan for rebuilding strength, the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. I've just provided information that could literally transform your life and help you feel 40 again. Information most physicians won't share and that could save thousands in medical expenses. Subscribing is free. It takes 1 second and helps me continue creating life-changing content. So please subscribe now, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers!